Towards the end of every construction, we always hire a professional cleaner to come in the house and do a deep clean. Last week was the end of one of our very long construction projects. So towards the end, I gave one of our Airbnb cleaners a call and had her come check out the house and give me a post-construction deep clean quote. When she got there, I told her I need all the dust wiped, I need the floor cleaned, I need all the windows cleaned, I need everything cleaned up for this house. So this house is ready for Airbnb. She takes a look around. She told me, yeah, this is totally doable. I can schedule you for Saturday and I will charge $400. $400? $400 is very cheap for a deep clean. Because I was already working with this girl on another one of my Airbnbs, and I thought, well, maybe she's charging a little less because after this clean, I was gonna hand over the house to her. So that's gonna be like, I think the third Airbnb I was gonna hand to her. Saturday comes along, she texted me in the morning and asked if I needed power washing. My exact response was, I don't know, you are the expert. Please bring whatever you feel necessary to make sure my house is clean. I came to the house in the afternoon to check on the clean and to work on the yard. When I got there, I saw her and her crew cleaning the living room, and she was like, working on the floors. And I told her, hey, the windows are not clean. Please make sure you get all those windows. She said, the windows are not clean because there's a screen on them. Would you like me to take them off and power wash it for you? I was like, yeah, sure. And at the time, I was very grateful and I was very respectful. Anyone that worked with me knows, like, I'm a very, very grateful and respectful and thankful person. Like, when people help me with something, I'm just like, thank you, thank you, thank you. It was after she cleaned everything, she told me that, oh, so the power washing of your front porch, that is $150 extra. Also, power washing the screens was another $150 extra. So from $400, this clean became $700. Okay, so now it's a $700 clean. The next day I came back and I noticed the front porch, the part where it was supposedly power washed, it was still very sandy and very, very dirty. I took a broom and I started sweeping my front porch. It took me like 10 to 15 minutes before I got the front porch cleaned. When I went inside to check on the house, the floor was dirty, the windows were dirty, the corners were dirty. She did not even lift a single table to clean under the leg. And you can clearly see the dirt and the dust around the leg of the table. Needless to say, I was not happy. I was very disappointed because she's also helping me with like one or two other ones of my Airbnb. So I thought I could trust her. But looking at the work, I was not comfortable with paying. I said, hey, the floor is not clean, the windows are not cleaned. I don't feel comfortable paying. I'm gonna need you to come back. Moments later, she called me and she said, oh yeah, there's no way you can clean these floors. But yeah, I wasn't in the best place to clean. I'm so sorry. I'll come back and redo it and make sure that you're happy with the clean. At first I was angry, but when I heard that, I said, oh, okay, well maybe she wasn't in her best place to clean. And as long as she's willing to own up to her mistakes and she's willing to come back and make sure everything is cleared up, then it's all fine with me. While I was checking our house, I was so angry that I ended up mopping the entire living room and kitchen area and cleaned that up myself with my guys. So we mopped up the floor and I texted her photos saying, this is what I expect. These floors can be cleaned. But here's the thing, I had to fly back to San Francisco for a few days. So I told her, hey, I'm not gonna be able to check out the house until the end of the week when I come back because I have to go back to the Bay. She said, okay, and then that's where we were at. I came back to the Bay Area and I was doing my stuff. And then I received photos of her cleans of the house. I took a look and she was like, I sent you photos, can you pay? I said, no. I said, photos are not gonna do it for me. I have to go check. It was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I think it was like 3 days straight. She was just calling me saying how this is not how she does business. This is not what she believes in, and saying that I was taking advantage of her kindness. Originally, I told her I was gonna be able to go back Thursday, but I couldn't book a ticket Thursday, so I ended up going Friday. So Friday comes along and in the morning she called me and she was freaking out. She was like, you're not paying me. And it was absolutely the worst experience I've ever had with a cleaner. I kept telling her that I will pay right after I check on the house. If you're not trying to hide something, why is this such a big deal? Anyways, at the end, I really couldn't stand her calling me anymore because I felt like it was a waste of my time. So I contacted our accounting department and I had them pay the invoice. And I told her, hey, I cannot do this with you. I'll pay, let's stop here. I did not get to Southern California until Friday night. So Saturday morning, I went to check on the house. And guess what I found? It was still not cleaned. It was so bad. Even the kitchen floor that we had mopped was dirty. And then I went to check the living room, I checked the bedrooms, I checked the bathrooms, and none of it was cleaned. It was still exactly the way it was when I went to check on the house the first time. But what can I do? I had already paid her at that point. So I thought, okay, just leave it here. I don't want to have to deal with this anymore. Sunday comes along. This cleaner ended up blowing up my phone about how she did not receive the money I Zelled to her. Zelle, a form of online money transfer payment system. She said she did not receive my money through Zelle. I sent her the screenshots and I said, the money's already out, check your bank. She contacted me saying, yeah, I contacted my bank, I still did not receive the money. When she said that, I thought, okay, well maybe she really didn't receive the money. So we called our bank 3 times and asked about the payment. The bank confirmed that the payment went through. So I sent her one last message and I said, the payment went through, check your bank. And I stopped responding. Can you believe this? Isn't it ironic how she said that I was taking advantage of her kindness? I did not respond to that message because I thought, who cares if you're gonna sue me? I have screenshots, I have proof of payments. Monday comes along and it was like 4:55 p.m. when I received a phone call from her attorney.
Hi, this message is for Lily. Lily, this is Nicole with an attorney service. Our office has been retained by the cleaning service in regards to an outstanding invoice. Our office is just calling you to give you a courtesy call before we take further legal action. So if you can do me a favor and give us a call at your earliest convenience, I would greatly appreciate it. If I do not hear from you today, then tomorrow morning we'll be filing a small claims action lawsuit. So again, if you can give me a call, 760. Thank you so much.
I did not see the voicemail until 6:30. When I opened my phone, it says the voicemail was left to me at 4:55 p.m. What kind of attorney leaves a voicemail at 4:55 p.m. and demands an answer by the end of the day? What time does your day end for you? 5 p.m. and you leave me a voicemail at 4:55? That is shady AF. Shady. Shady, 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 shady. That's all I can say. The next day comes along. I called up her attorney at like 10 o'clock and I was like, hey, I don't know if you received my phone call, but do you want to talk to me? She said, oh yeah, I'm gonna need you to come into my office and bring me the $200 in cash by 5 p.m. or we will be filing a small claim lawsuit against you tomorrow. It was the exact same thing, but except she moved it to another tomorrow. So I told her, hey, I sent her the money. There are records, I have screenshots. She was like, screenshots don't count. Screenshots don't count? She wanted to see my bank statement. First of all, why the would I show you my bank statements? Who the hell you think you are? Why would I offer you my bank statements? The attorney told me that apparently she had contacted my bank and my bank told her that this transfer was canceled. I don't know which bank she was talking to, but that is definitely not my bank because we called our bank 3 times and the transfer is through. Also, who the hell was she talking to? At this point, the attorney was asking us to Venmo the money over to the cleaner. I was like, I'm not Venmoing her any more money because what if she says she doesn't receive it again? She already has a record of lying. Why would I Venmo her any more money? That day, after I got off the flight, I had a phone call with our accountant. Our company, we have the nicest accountant ever. I feel like she's like an older sister or mama kind of figure in the company. And she takes care of poor little lost babies like us. And so she called me and she was worried. She was telling me, you know what, like we're gonna run into all kinds of crazy people, but let's not waste our time on somebody like this. $200 is really nothing compared to the time and energy that everyone has to spend on something like this. Me on the other side of the phone was saying, hell no, I'm not paying her anything extra than what we have already paid because she did not do her job and I've already paid her too much. Our accountant was like, yeah, but you know, it's just not worth our time. Personally, I was not willing to budge. And I knew that her attorney was just sending out empty threats because usually in situations like this, attorneys like to send out empty threats, but in reality, the amounts of paperwork and time you have to put into a case like this, it's just not worth the $200. So I highly, highly doubt she was gonna really pull anything on me. But our accountant mom was very concerned and she was just like, you know, don't worry about it, don't spend any more time thinking about someone like this. Just let it go, let's take care of this and just call it the end of the day. So in total, I paid her close to like $1,000. And the house is still not cleaned. Yeah, I'm not exactly proud of this story. She's probably home sitting thinking she won. Doing Airbnb is not as easy as most people think it is. Unfortunately, there are a lot of crap coming from the people you have to work with, and even sometimes coming from your own guests. You would think that an attorney's job is to bring justice to people, right? Well, in this case, every time I think about the story, I just think it's so funny how a shady cleaner found a shady attorney and was pulling a shady threat on perfectly innocent person, thinking that everything was just gonna be okay. And unfortunately, everything was okay, and she even got away with it. So what kind of world are we living in? I do not know. I hope that this will be the last time I'm telling this story, because I've already wasted enough time talking about her. A few months ago, I ran into this nice gentleman at a parking lot, and he asked me what I thought the meaning of life was. Happiness. That's what I said. He said, no, what comes before that? What comes before happiness? I don't know. It's choices, he said. It's all about choices. That really got me to think. What we choose to focus and not focus on. What we choose to believe and not believe in. What we choose to put our energy on versus what we choose not to put our energy on. Life is all about choices, and I think he's onto something. So yeah, that's the end of my video. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!